hated the one part of that part. Well, as you know, we're all human, right? At least I think we all are. But what makes us special? What separates us? Is it complexion, social status? I mean, these things help identify us, but I feel what really separates us is us. And as much of a riddle as that could possibly be, and I think it is. I honestly think we separate ourselves by character, and that includes who we are, what we do, what we like to do, our skills. And it's amazing because some people excel at athletics, some mathematics, some cooking, some excel at doing absolutely nothing better than everyone else. And I'm kind of getting out there, but let me reel it back in some. I'm going to give y'all a list of 4 of my character traits. And I want to see if y'all can guess which one that I'm going to be talking to. The person who gets it right gets a prize. Y'all have prizes?
Food?
It is food. It is food. Sweet food. If you can't eat sweets, then you kind of can't get your prize. But anyway, option number 1 is my cautiousness. Option number 2, my randomness. Option number 3, my intelligence. Or number 4, my analytical skills. Anyone?
Randomness.
Nice try. Anyone else?
Intelligence.
That would be a good one now.
The last one. Yeah, you're analytical. I can't say the word.
Analytical skills.
There you go. Hey.
You got it right, it's my analytical skills. And I'd like to be a little informative for y'all before I get narrative. I'd like to tell y'all what I mean exactly by that and what it encompasses. It, one, takes a very high level of listening. It's one thing to hear, but it's another to listen, which flows into the next, which is flexible comprehension. You have to be able to understand people and at least try to get a feel for what they might be implying as opposed to what they might actually be saying. And that leads into number 3, a sense for the potential vicissitudes of human nature. And vicissitudes, a word people normally don't hear, it pertains to changes, usually for the bad, as I looked up last night. It's a completely different definition of what I originally got. But all in all, it also encompasses a sense of prediction. You're trying to, I guess, simulate and project in your head what the person in the situation is going to do based on what is told to you. So, that being said, it's choking my head just then. It's a bit of prediction, even though human nature really isn't predictable all too much. But you can try to pinpoint the most logical thing, and that leads me into my story. My freshman year, I had a roommate named Ben, and we were playing a game of mine, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005. He has a character on there. He made his own character. I'm gonna give you the key factors to the story. I hope I'm not dragging it out too long. But his swing power was 87%. His power boost, he had 4 taps on the swing. His driving distance, which had something to do with his swing power. His maximum swing power was 287, minus the power boost and whatnot. There was a 3 mile/hour south-southwest backwind coming towards him. He's swinging towards the north. And once he swung, he had a 2-second swing delay. He had the club held up for 2 seconds before he let the swing go. And I had calculated all of this in my head about how far he would hit the ball. And believe it or not, I actually got it right while the ball was in the air. I said it was going to be 253 yards. The ball hit the ground, stop, then stop, hit the ground, roll, then stop. Stopped exactly on 253 yards. Now my roommate's looking like, oh my gosh, how did you know that? I'm like, well, I've just been playing the game for years. But if something say, I feel analyzation is a critical part of life, you're not gonna get through it in peace by not being able to analyze things more than what they're coming.